Tonight, an ongoing KXAN investigation. Nearly 6 months after the deadly flood in Austin, city leaders have finally released the report that details what went wrong and what needs to happen in the next disaster. For the first time, revelations that the Emergency Operations Center should have been activated sooner, not at 6 a.m., just as the floodwaters were rushing through Onion Creek. The Travis County Sheriff's Office never even got a page the center was being activated. There was no system in place to track road closures, and there was no plan to coordinate air support, a key component in some of the water rescues. KXAN investigator Robert Maxwell has been covering this story extensively since last November, and he's here to tell us why this report matters to you.
Robert, quite frankly, 6 people died that night, as you will remember, so you'd think the completion of a plan to improve emergency response would merit a formal news conference or at least an announcement so more people would see it. Instead, this after-action report came out at the end of a work week last Friday and only online.
In the 84-page report, the city manager, Mark Ott, wrote, responder agencies reacted quickly to this incident to offer high-quality services to affected persons. The report notes successes, like the rescue boats deployed worked well. And after the flood, the quick way the city manager's office coordinated a call for volunteers to clean up. But one critical public safety source tells KXAN the report itself is not user-friendly, that it lacks a timeline, adding to the confusion about where problems arose, like why more people didn't receive early notification calls warning them sooner the water was rising. So what is in this public safety report for you at home? What can you take away? We asked the man whose department oversaw the compilation of the report, Homeland Security and Emergency Management Director Otis Lattin.
We believe that a large percentage of our policies and procedures, and most of them, worked quite well. Like I said earlier about the early notification, that's one area that we know we're going to improve upon, and we're going to do a better job there.
And Otis Lattin says in the next few weeks he'll be checking in to see how city and county department heads are carrying out needed and recommended changes to help keep your family more secure. There are 171 of them in here. Now, it's not an easy find on the city's website. We put in a search volume today, some values. It didn't pop up easily like you might expect it would. So we put it on KXAN.com with the story that we posted there in the Investigate section. And of course, we'll check back to see how the city follows through in the coming weeks. I'm Robert Maxwell, KXAN Investigates.
Since last November, KXAN investigated long delays in the city's 911 center the morning of the flood. We also showed you how emergency alert calls in both English and Spanish did not go out for several hours. It's being recommended bilingual notices go out quicker. We also reported how the USGS early warning flood gauges washed away. Those gauges are now being made more flood resistant.